Hello, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the vitamin B2. It is known as the riboflavin. The riboflavin is the vitamin B2 and the heat stable but destroyed by exposure to light. Remember, and the riboflavin is energy yielding vitamin. It can yield the energy, produce the energy. In this way, the normal metabolism occur due to the vitamin B2. It is antioxidant status and coenzyme work with glutathione, and it is also the water soluble. And remember, this is the antioxidant water soluble. A lot of foods are present. This vitamin B2 are present in a lot of foods. Like, let's understand about the different type of food like asparagus, bread, the bread contains also thiamine, niacin, and iron. The riboflavin will work with thiamine, niacin, and iron, and the 2.5 milligram for the male and the 1.8 milligram per day for female requirement. Bioavailability is 95%. So are present in the almond also cheese, eggs, salmon, broccoli, spinach, and meat. Supplementation also can boost the riboflavin. Whenever we will eat this food, go into the duodenum and chyme will absorb this riboflavin into the blood circulatory system is known as the absorption. After this absorption, the assimilation required. This assimilation through our riboflavin transporter channel 1, 2, and 3. The several tissue required this riboflavin for the normal production of ATP and a lot more things. We will understand about that. No, first, the biochemical reaction and the physiology. Let's understand about the bigger picture for understanding the riboflavin and how it can be a precursor of the FAD plus. Flavin adenine dinucleotide formation. So this when riboflavin will be enter this three ring containing nitrogen and carbon containing ring. This is the basically is the three containing ring which that add the ATP to ADP and phosphate group in the presence of the riboflavin kinase enzyme to produce FMN and the FAD synthase enzyme by the using of ATP to release pyrophosphate to form a FAD plus. It is used for the mitochondria as well as the DNA repair, the chromatin remodeling and DNA repair, as well as the other things like antioxidant defense and reactive oxygen species production, protein flow folding, and in this way the reactive oxygen species defense. Anyhow, this FAD plus is used for the yielding of ATP, and it means it is important for the production of energy. This glucose, for example, when go into the glycolysis, the anaerobic respiration, to produce the ATP and NADH, and to produce pyruvate. Pyruvate go into the mitochondria to form acetyl-CoA, and acetyl-CoA will go into the Krebs cycle to produce NADH and FADH2 from the FAD plus. In this way, the FADH2 is the reduction process. So the oxidation and reduction reaction will occur in the mitochondria in the Krebs cycle. This is the FADH2 is used for the electron transport chain, and this FADH2 will produce the ATP. Let's understand about that. Electron transport chain first. NADH produce the 4 proton in the electron transport chain complex 1 and 2 to 3 and 4. In this way, the total proton is 10. The 10 proton will produce from the NADH, while the FADH2 will produce only the 6 proton by this mechanism, because the FAD plus reductase enzyme will lead to reduction oxireductase enzyme, so the oxidase enzyme. These FAD plus oxidase enzyme used to proton pump out, but 4 proton from here and 4 proton from 3 to and 2 proton from 4 complex, and in this way the produce the 6 proton, and in this way the 1 FADH2 will produce 1.5 ATP. Riboflavin work in oxidation reduction reaction. Let's understand about what is the oxidation reduction reaction. In this way, here is the compound A and B, which that is not any oxidation reduction, but the loss of electron will lead to oxidation, while the gain of electron is the reduction. In this way, the reactive oxygen species containing compound will be basically it can carry the electron and proton to bind to form a FADH2, while it can lose also. In this way, the reactive oxygen species resolving process via a FADH2 will occur. Beta oxidation also important for the production of energy from the fat, from the fatty acid. So in this way, the acyl carnitine is the outer region of the mitochondria. Will HSCoA enzyme to produce the carnitine release, and in this way the acyl CoA formation and the acyl CoA to dehydrogenase enzyme. So the acyl carnitine is the protein. So anyhow, the dehydrogenase enzyme for the electron transfer flavor protein used to FAD to convert into the FADH2, and this FADH2 will basically transfer flavor protein to reduction and oxidation, and in this way the alpha iron sulfur protein will produce, and the quinone will convert into the hydrogen containing quinine, and in this way they accept the electron, while this formation is the alpha ketoacyl CoA to form acyl CoA, and this is the beta oxidation and acetyl CoA formation when go into the mitochondria. Anyhow, this is the production of ATP from the beta oxidation. But anyhow, let's understand about the folate and nucleic acid metabolism. In this way, here is the nucleic acid synthesis by the basically the homocysteine will convert into the methionine by the coenzyme vitamin B12, but the 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate will convert into the tetrahydrofolate, and the methionine synthase enzyme used to produce methionine, and in this way the NADP plus will convert into the NAD plus, and in the methyl tetrahydrofolate reductase enzyme to produce the 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate by the coenzyme FAD. This is the vitamin B2, and in this way it is basically used to produce the different function, and in this way you can see the methionine will convert into the methyl reaction from the methionine, while the 5,10-methylene tetrahydrofolate is used for the nucleic acid synthesis. Their function is the synthesis of niacin, vitamin B6 metabolism, and B12, iron metabolism, and folate metabolism, and enzyme work as a coenzyme. A risk factor to decrease is the alcohol addiction and the hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism, which that increase more ATP and more heat. In this way, the adrenal insufficiency also occur. The deficiency risk factor to decrease this vitamin B2 and over exercise. Drug interaction with the vitamin B2 is the contraceptives. Decrease the vitamin B2. Like the one number is the phenothiazine, inhibit the vitamin B2 into a FAD and FMN conversion. Cancer chemotherapy may increase the destruction of vitamin B2 in the liver enzyme. The deficiency of riboflavin is the deficiency of other water-soluble vitamin also due to the deficiency of vitamin B2. Swelling of mouth and throat and redness, callosis and the angular stomatitis, inflammation of tongue and redness, moist scaly skin inflammation, and the seborrheic dermatitis. vascularization of the cornea occur, and normocystic anemia is due to the vitamin B deficiency, the riboflavin deficiency. Anyhow, in this way, the vitamin B2 is very, very important for the yielding of energy from the FADH2, and that is why this is too much important for the production of ATP, as well as the beta oxidation work with the riboflavin in the electron transfer flavoprotein work for important. And on the other hand, the antioxidation, the riboflavin work in oxidation reduction reaction, and that's all things, and repair DNA. That is why the vitamin B2 riboflavin is very important. In this video, we have discussed about the vitamin B2 riboflavin physiology and the deficiency and risk factor and their function. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.